All right, so I'm recording from a new camera. I've decided to step away from the Mac and try to record on an actual camera. So here we go. Most of my channel has always been about my natural hair journey, but I wanted to talk about another journey that I'm trying to go on, which is a health related journey. So I'm in the process of trying to change my lifestyle and lose some weight. We've all been there. We've all done it. I think the game of losing weight and getting back on a diet or whatever is like an ex-boyfriend. It's good for some time and then it gets bad. You're like, oh, I don't want to be bothered with this anymore. And then you see him again, you're like, ooh, I want to try that again. So that's the relationship I have with diets. And I don't want to say that I'm on a diet because I'm not. I don't like the word. I don't like the connotation behind it. But I am doing things a little bit differently. So a little background. The first time I was actually successful as an adult losing weight was my senior year of undergrad. So back in about 2010, 2011. And my mom was like, hey, if you lose 50 pounds by graduation, I will give you $1,000. And so I was like, yeah, that's easy. So I wanted to say I started about September-ish, officially getting into it. And I just went to, sorry for all the moving, I went to my campus recreation center and I just started working out. And I started out slow. I would start doing 20 minutes on the elliptical and go home until I could get my wind, and I would go 30 minutes on the elliptical, then I would go home. And then it got to a point where I would do 30 minutes on the elliptical and let me do 20 minutes on treadmill, or let me do an hour on elliptical and do 20 minutes on treadmill. So I over time worked my way up and I became pretty successful. The weight, it didn't start falling off, but over time it I started to see results. And aside from just working out, like I had changed the way I ate. So I was eating breakfast, which was like oatmeal or cereal, or even, like, to be honest, like a Slim Fast, something to replace a meal. And then I would always have a snack, because at that time I was always on campus. I would have a snack, and then I would get home in time and I would have a lean cuisine, because I hadn't really learned that processed foods weren't that great. And I still do have some now, and you will learn about me that I don't throw anything away. So I'm going to get rid of it, consume it, however, give it to people I know, and then be done with it. But I just had a steady flow. I had a calorie app on my phone that really helped, and I enjoyed going to the gym. Like, I hated it at first, but over time I just kind of grew to like it. And those days when I would say, oh, I'm not gonna go, I would physically find myself putting on my gym clothes. Like, really? Oh, you said you weren't gonna go. But I couldn't. It was like your body was like, go. So I didn't lose the 50, but at most I had lost 34 pounds. And I was under the 300 mark. I was under that mark, and I was so happy. My clothes fit differently. People could see it. I just felt some type of way about myself. I think back on it now, and I was so, like, social and in people's faces, and I liked the way things fit, and I was just happy. I was super happy. And that next year, I tried to go out and do something different, and that kind of flopped on me. So my working out regimen, changed. I stopped. But the point of the matter is, like, I knew how to lose the weight, and I had done it successfully, and I would still incorporate, quote unquote cheat meals or cheat days, and I just knew I had to work out. So fast forward to now, I graduated from undergrad, I graduated from grad school, and now I'm working in South Carolina. And I just know that if living in the South is something I plan on doing, then being heavy is not okay. it's just not. And so I am in the process now of starting up again. So how am I doing this? I am working out at least 6 days a week, and no, I don't have a gym membership, but you know, I found people on the internet who are like, you don't need a gym membership to lose weight. You don't need a personal trainer to lose weight. You don't need a nutritionist to lose weight. You can do this all on your own if you're just willing to make the change. So I do have Shine T's T25, and I started it once before and stopped, and started it again and stopped, but this time I'm all in it. So I'm starting out with Alpha, and I'm on week 2, and I can already just tell a difference in myself. Not a physical difference. I don't know that I don't think I've lost any weight or anything to that effect, but I just like, in my mind, I'm happy with what I'm doing. So a typical day for me now is, you know, you eat breakfast. So breakfast may be oatmeal, it may be a smoothie, it may be like a breakfast sandwich type thing that I have. It's something like that. And then typically I'll have fruit, or like these Belvita like breakfast things. I may have one of those. They're not the most tastiest thing, but just to have as a snack, you know, I'll have that. And then I'll have lunch, which is whatever I've cooked. So if it's been chicken or, you know, fish or whatever the situation is, and that's what I'm going to have, with some vegetables or a salad. And then, you know, maybe another snack in between, and then I have my dinner. So all the while, like, I've cut out pop, I've cut out most sweet drinks. Now what I'm doing now that's different, in order to push myself to drink more water, because water is really my biggest downfall. I don't drink enough of it. I can't drink a gallon of water, and I'm not going to force myself to drink a gallon of water. There are people who are like, oh, you have to drink a gallon of water, or drink half of whatever your weight is in ounces. No. So I drink what I'm comfortable with. I feel like if I'm forcing myself to drink it, I'm not going to want to, and I'm going to rebel against it. So what I do is I give myself 8 ounces of something sweet. So there are these teas that I got from my local grocery store, and they're like organic. They're made from black tea, tea leaves, and cane sugar and purified water. And you know, 8 ounces is maybe like 70 calories. So I'll have 8 ounces of that. And then to get my mind right, I'll drink the equivalent of water right behind it. And so I do that with my lunch and my dinner. Now throughout the day I'm still drinking water, but I don't find that I need to force myself to do it, because if you force me to do something, I'm not going to do it. And I'm working out, and I have, aside from the T25 workout, I have like my own workouts that I want to do. So I have resistant bands, and I have a list, like a legit agenda of my workout, and I do those exercises, and I hurt, and I'm tired, and I hate life when it's happening, but afterwards I feel really proud of myself, and I feel really good. T25 it was rough at first, and it still is hard, because being the weight that I am, I'm pretty heavy, and I'm not comfortable yet saying how much I weigh, but being the weight that I am now, it's hard to do a lot of the jumping, a lot of the running, because I just have so much weight, and I already have a really bad knee from a previous fall. So I'm always doing the modified workouts, and sometimes I have to modify the modified workouts. But the point of the matter is, it's more exercise than I was ever doing before. And some days I have great days where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try to not be modified. I'm going to try to do it like everybody else is doing. And I'll be able to jog in place and things of that nature. And of course I'll get winded, but the point of the matter is, I tried. Or, you know, I'm not doing just the regular side-to-side jumping jacks. I'm doing real jumping jacks. And yes, I can only maybe get through 5 or 6 of those, but that's 5 or 6 more than I was, you know, the week before or the day before. So I see those little victories, and I'm happy. And I have watch people. I've looked online. I've tried to find books, anything to do this my way. Now, what is the end result for Marilyn? The end result for me is no, I don't want to be, 105 pounds, because I think I was 105 pounds when I was a kid, and that's just not what I want to be. Is there a number that I want to be? Not really. I know that by my 26th birthday, which is July 27th, I would like to have lost, hopefully, 40 to 50 pounds. And I think that I have more than enough time. I have essentially 6 months to get that done. And I've already had, 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks that we're on now. So I think that that's easy to do. And that's a good goal that I've set for myself for my birthday. And when you think about why you want to lose weight, you have to figure out why you want to do it for yourself. Now, the reason I want to do it is not because of health reasons. No, because last time I went to the doctor about 2 weeks ago, I had actually lost 3 pounds from the last time I was here, which was 3 months before that. So it's not about that. I'm pretty healthy on just a medical level, and it's not because other people want me to do it because I have a boyfriend who wants me to look a certain way. It's not about any of that. It's because there are things that I want to do with my life in the next year or two. And at the weight that I am now, I would hurt myself if I tried to do those things at this weight or more that I'm potential to gain. So that's one thing, Life is happening. I'm 25. I'll be 26. There's some things I want to happen in my life within the next 2 years, and I need to make sure that I am safe in order to do them. The second is there are clothes in my closet that have tags on them that I bought when I was an undergrad. I can't wear them. Now, I know that's like super materialistic and kind of like narcissistic in a sense, but I am pretty narcissistic. I love me. But that's practical. Like, I don't make a lot of money teaching at Clemson. I don't. And to stop myself from using credit cards and spending money that I don't have, there are clothes in that closet in there that have tags on them that I've taken out of my closet and put them in bags because just the sight of seeing them and knowing I can't fit them upsets me. So there are a pair of nice, cute capri pants, floral, honey, black and white, gorgeous, sateen, straight. When I can get in them, I'm gonna get in them. That I bought for my birthday last year, for my 25th birthday, that I planned on wearing for my 25th birthday, that I cannot wear. Still have a tag on them, hanging in my closet. I am not okay with these things. So the reasons I'm doing them are because I want to. I don't want to be 26 and still be this size. I don't want to continue to gain this weight. I need to discipline myself now, so for the future I am able to do and live the life that I want to. I don't want to wake up, go to the grocery store, and my back hurts walking halfway through an aisle. That's not okay. I don't want to have pain in my knee and pain in my bones because I just have too much weight on my body. I'm like 5'3", and I weigh way more than I should. I am clinically morbidly obese, and I'm okay saying that because it's the truth, but I'm not okay understanding it. Fortunate for me, I've always been able to kind of, be a really social person, have great friends and great family, so my size was never really an issue. But, being the pretty big girl, that's not something I want to continue to hear for the rest of my life. And so in order to continue to live my life and be happy and do things that I want to do, I gotta drop the weight. And I know that once I drop it, it'll help my family, because I come from women, who are just heavy. And it's not because we're bad people, and it's not because we don't care about ourselves, but sometimes, life just happens. And so this is not just for me, this is for future me and anything and everything that is to come of that. I just want to be a little bit lighter. Aside from like practical things like clothes and things like that, I want to ride a horse. Where I live now, when I drive up the road, there is like a there's a house and they have like 3 horses, and I always see these horses, and I'm like, can I ride this horse? And I've been told that there's like a weight limit for people to get on horses. As big as horses are, they can't handle that much weight. And so I know that at the weight that I am now, if I went over there to my neighbor and said, hey, I see that you give riding lessons, can I get some lessons? I'm sure that person would look at me and be like, you're not getting on my horse. So I want to lose weight because I would like to ride a horse. I would also like to skydive. Yes. And in order to tandem jump, you have to be at most 280 pounds. And I still think that if you are 280 pounds, that's still pushing the limit. So 2 things I want to do, or maybe 3, roller coasters. Not get on a roller coaster and ride it because I like the thrill of it, but get on a roller coaster and pull the bar down and it lock, and I don't feel like I'm about to vomit. So those 3 things: ride a horse, jump out of a plane, and sit in a roller coaster seat. Now, I may not ride the roller coaster, but I just want to get in it, lock myself in, and be like, okay, just want to see if I can do it. I'm going to go now. So those are the things I want to do. So you have to figure out what it is you want to do, why you want to do this stuff, and just get her done, because you got to make yourself happy. I'm not doing this for anybody else. If you find that you're trying to do something for somebody else, don't do it. Like, you're not going to be happy. So I'm going to try to check in periodically with my my weight loss journey. We've done the natural hair journey. Y'all seen me big chop. Y'all seen my 1 year post chop anniversary. So now it's time to do some weight loss journey. And I don't want to go weigh myself for another 2 weeks, because it will be a month that I've been working on T25. And so that's what I'm going to do. So a few tips I have are, any foods you have in your house, try to eat them. If they're really, really bad for you, give them to somebody. Donate them to food pantries. But I'm not about throwing all your food away. I hate when I watch TV shows about weight loss and the trainer comes in and throws all of somebody's food away. I worked hard to put food in my house, okay? So some of the lean cuisine processed foods I have them. But now I know that once those 2 or 3 are done, I'm never buying them again. Because I've found that I enjoy cooking again, and I'm super happy to be doing it. So, the foods you have, work with what you got, and then when those are done, get you some new stuff. You gotta do what works for you. And eating healthy is expensive. You need to get a Sam's or a Costco membership, because you need to buy in bulk. Real talk. I know someone who's doing personal training right now, and not personal training, but she's on her weight loss journey, and she doesn't have cheat days. She has a cheat meal. And the reason for that is because she feels like a cheat day would just completely throw her off. And I agree with that. So today I had a cheat meal. I had some of those little wing things from Walmart, because I had to go to Walmart today, and I did it right after I got off work. So that was my cheat meal. Now I'm going to bust my butt and do T25 today. It's Friday, so it's double day. And I'm going to eat my teriyaki baked chicken breast that I made with my sweet potato fries that I cut up. That's what I'm going to do. But a cheat meal, have one. You got to have some good food in your life. Some sweet, some salty, and you got to work it off. And then you just got to have a really good support system. I have somebody in my life who cares about me, who cares about what I look like. And, if that means, hey, I don't want to walk up this country hill by myself, then he need to come on, because he gonna walk up this country hill with me. Now, he don't need to lose an ounce of weight. He need to gain some. But having people in your life that care about you makes it all the better. So do what makes you happy. Do what works for your wallet, because dieting and weight loss is hard and expensive. And find the things that you want to do that are going to be your goal. So if your goal is to ride a horse, if your goal is to jump out of a plane, if your goal is just to sit in a roller coaster seat, then that's what you got to do. And the moment you can do all of those things successfully, that'll mean the world to you. The moment you can get in those pair of pants that you were supposed to wear last year on your birthday, that's still hanging in the closet, that makes you feel better. The moment you can go back to wearing clothes that you were wearing when you were in undergrad, that makes you happy. Especially when you're like 6 years removed. So you got to figure out what makes you happy. So I'm going to keep you all updated. Let me know how everything is going. Let's do this together. We did the hair together, and let's get these bodies right, because you know the hair is always gonna be cute. Okay. All right. See y'all later.